Hey everyone, glad to have you here again for another AI-focused video where we'll be diving into MimicPC, a comprehensive AI-powered cloud solution enabling users to generate AI-driven visuals, audio, and more. Train LoRa models and a lot more all on one platform, which is amazing stuff. Because in the past, if you wanted to leverage Stable Diffusion, Comfy UI, real voice cloning, face fusion, Flux, you'd have to install a bunch of AI applications plus a high-end graphics card that, as we all know, can run thousands of dollars. MimicPC bridges that gap thanks to its wide range of popular AI apps all in one place. We're talking about Automatic 1111, Comfy UI, Face Fusion, RVC, otherwise known as voice conversion, and a whole lot more. So today we're calling on developers, graphic designers, content creators, audio engineers, and really anyone who follows leading-edge AI. Make sure you stay tuned because we're going to put MimicPC to the test today. Make sure you head on over to the link. Link is going to be in the description as always here. So you can just head on over to the right-hand side here and click on the free launch here. Once you click on that, you're going to get a whole list of all the apps that MimicPC actually handles here. So we're talking about Automatic 1111, RVC, we've got Face Fusion, Comfy UI, AudioCraft, Swarm UI, and a whole lot more. If you come on over to the app grid layout here, you can take a quick overview of all the different apps here. We're going to jump into Automatic 1111 Stable Diffusion here, so let's go ahead and click on this button here to get started. All right, and this is going to pop open a little window here. You're going to be able to pick a version here. Go ahead and select your version. I always just like to keep this on latest. Then you're going to come on down to the hardware section. This is the pay-as-you-go side of things, so with this section, you're essentially going to pick the power that you're looking to leverage here. Higher the video RAM, and normal RAM is going to bump up the price a little bit here. Keep in mind that we're actually leveraging MimicPC's hardware, so we're actually using their hardware on their cloud-based system. I recommend just going with the medium one, just to start out with. Just give yourself a little bit of a baseline. You also have the option to do a bargain price as well. The issue with that is the GPU resources are going to be limited, so there is a chance of your work being interrupted here. But it does come at a cheaper rate. Therefore, for the medium package, we're looking at 49 cents an hour here. So let's go ahead and click that. The default time here, you're going to get about 46 minutes of accessibility. You're going to get an idea of how the payment actually plays out in a second here. And I'm going to go ahead and keep the rest of these settings the same here. I'm going to go ahead and click Create and Start here. Now everything is getting prepared here. Takes about 30 seconds here to sometimes 2 minutes in some cases. And this is the interface here of the Automatic 1111 here. Now there are a ton of options to choose from here. I'm just going to go ahead and cover the most important ones because there's a whole bunch of settings here where you can really go down the rabbit hole. So right out of the gate at the top left here, you're going to see your checkpoint. When you choose a checkpoint, you're actually choosing the different model. So this is a very, very important setting here. The model dictates the whole style and the look of what your prompt is going to look like. For example, you might go for more of a photorealistic model or more of an anime-looking model. There's actually a whole slew of default models here that you can go through. So you're welcome to have a look at all those and play with those. If you come to the right-hand side here and you come down to File, you can actually download a model from a third-party website. So just something to keep in mind. You're going to notice at the very top section here, you see a countdown timer here. So we did go with 28 minutes of time here. You're going to get your work done, get your prompts done, and then you pretty much hit the stop timer. And you're only paid for what you use. Next section here is your prompt section. This is where you're going to write clear, just descriptive prompts. And there's also a negative prompt section as well. So what you don't want in your image. And then scroll on down. Like I said, there's a bunch of other settings too, like sampling method and schedule type. I'm going to go ahead and keep these on default here. You're welcome to play around with those as well. You're also going to have the height and width of your image here. And then batch count as well. I'm actually going to change the batch count to 5. This just means that out of our prompt, we're going to get 5 images. There's a whole bunch of other settings to really go down the rabbit hole here. If you really want to go through here and just fine-tune everything, you have a ton of options here. So let's go ahead and start prompting here. Let's go with Spider-Man, hyper-realistic 4K portrait, and I'm going to go with the Real Cartoon Realistic V16 checkpoint here. Let's go ahead and click Generate. All right, let's take a look here. All right, liking my results here. Really like what I see here. I love the hyper-realistic kind of portrait look. Colors look really nice. I think this one here is my favorite. And if I look down at the bottom here, I have a couple options that I can check out. All right, I noticed this checkpoint here. It says Real Cartoon Pixar here, Encore V11. So let's go with kind of a Pixar Spider-Man look here. So my prompt, I have Pixar Spider-Man, vibrant, sleek suit, bold lines, large eyes, dynamic. Let's go ahead and click Generate and see what we get here. All right, so this is the moment of truth. I have a couple to look at here. So definitely like what I'm seeing. All right, I think this one here is my favorite. This is a good one here. And let's go ahead and upscale this one. All right, here is my Pixar style look here. Was able to kind of fine tune a different look with the checkpoint and with a different prompt. Like I said, you can really fine tune your look here. There's a whole bunch of settings to go through here to really fine tune what you're looking for. So yeah, that is Automatic 1111 here. All right, we're going to put Face Fusion to the test here. Come on over to your apps and go ahead and click on Face Fusion. You can click Start App right here, and we're going to keep all the settings on default here. Again, you can go ahead and tweak these as you would like, and go ahead and hit Create and Start. We are going to have some fun here. This is the Face Fusion interface here. So we're going to go ahead and upload a picture here. So the source is the picture of the face that you want to use. Let's go ahead and drag and drop here. I'm going to put a picture here. What do we have here? We have Donald Trump here. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can use this face and paste it on another photo here. For the target section, you're going to go ahead and upload the target photo here. So let's go ahead and drag and drop a photo here. I just have Putin here, portrait of a soldier. Now I was playing around here, and there are some settings you definitely want to consider here. I'm going to go ahead and click on the face enhancer as well. And the frame enhancer, let's go ahead and click that as well. Just like Automatic 1111, there are a ton of settings to go through here if you really want to fine-tune your prompt. Just going to come down here, Face Enhancer Model, Face Swapper, Pixel Boost. I'm going to go ahead and bump this up to 1024 by 1024, and we're going to keep everything pretty much the same here. You do get a preview of what the face is going to look like here. So it gives you an idea of what you're going to be looking like here, and we're going to go ahead and hit Start, and our Face Fusion is doing its thing. All right, so we have our output here. So we have Donald Trump's face on Putin's portrait. So looks awesome. So really happy with how this looks here, considering the source image that we used here. This did a really good job with what we had in mind here. Also want to mention on the right-hand side, you're going to have a couple of options here, including tutorials here. You can actually search relevant tutorials as you move along here. So for example, there is a tutorial on how to use Face Fusion here. So if I click on this, I can actually access this tutorial right into the interface here. So if I scroll through this, it actually walks you through step-by-step how to use Face Fusion. Some of the settings that you want to consider just walks you through step-by-step on how to really optimize this AI platform here. So for Face Fusion, you can actually also use video format. You can see this before and after here into the tutorial. So they actually took Taylor Swift's face and put it on this lady's face here. And you can see that right there. It looks awesome. Okay, so that is Face Fusion here. I want to quickly talk about the MimicPC pricing here. All in all, it is super simple. You're just going to go ahead and pay what you use. Depending on the power that you're looking for, you're going to pay depending on those requirements. You can also consider a monthly or yearly plan as well to save even more. And you can also leverage the free plan as well. So there is a free trial when you sign up. So definitely recommend to check out the free trial. Play around with the software and kind of see what kind of results you get. Just want to quickly jump into some really nice quality of life features with MimicPC. If I come over to my dashboard here, I'm just on the main dashboard here. And if I look to the left-hand side, I can click on my apps. And I can scroll down a little bit and I can see a history of all the different apps that I was using. So if I click on Operate, I can jump right back into that AI application and just pick up where I left off. I can also come over to the top right and click on the share icon here, and I can actually go ahead and share my workflow. So in order to share it, you're going to have to create a template here, and now I have a link here. I can actually copy this link of this workflow, so I could share that with fellow users, I could share that with whoever here, and I can come over to the Discover section on the left-hand side, and I can see all the different popular workflows going on with the community. I can see what is popular, I can see what's trending, I can see what kind of catches my eye in terms of things that I want to try out. And I can just kind of jump into that myself here. So if I want to do something with Mario here in Comfy UI, I can jump into this and take a little shortcut to this and just jump right into that and start creating that. If I come over to the tutorial hub, I mentioned earlier how you can just jump right into a tutorial right as you're working along on your workflow. That is really nice. There is no shortage of tutorials with MimicPC. If I'm not seeing what I'm looking for, let's say I want to look up the swap. Let's say I look up face swap. I can see all these different tutorials on that application, and I can jump into this and really get an idea of how to optimize my workflows moving forward. So that is awesome to see. I can see my balance here in the bottom left. You're going to find that especially if you get quite efficient with your workflows, that the prices are extremely reasonable. I started with $5 here. I jumped to a bunch of workflows today, and I'm at 25 cents here. You can really stretch your dollar here. Just some final thoughts here for MimicPC. So MimicPC is one platform with endless possibilities. So it supports a whole range of different AI applications, whether you're doing image, audio, video creation, model training, whatever the case may be, MimicPC has you covered here. And the pay-as-you-go pricing is a really nice feature. You don't have to commit to paying for a month up front or a couple months up front. You can leverage the free trial up front. And if you like what you see, you can consider doing the pay-as-you-go. Recommend anyone to check out this platform here. So just make sure you check out the description. Link is going to be in the description as always. And good luck with your creations.